Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Barely Professionals, the talk show that we're going to talk about real life workplace dilemmas that nobody really prepares us for. I'm Azah, and I'm your host for today. Have you ever posted a TikTok and ever wondered, what if my boss sees this? Or maybe you wanted to share your achievements online, but are worried about people might think that you're showing off too much. At the same time, many young professionals face another challenges like navigating toxic workplace environments while trying to maintain a professional image online. In this digital age, our personal and professional lives are more connected than ever. What we post online can influence our career opportunities, workplace relationships, and even our mental health. So today, we're discussing about balancing personal life branding and toxic workplace realities in this digital age. To help us unpack this topic, I have two wonderful guests. First, we have Sinwei, who will share insights about personal branding and digital identity. And joining us as well, we have Wemia, who will discuss about workplace culture strategies for the handling toxic work environment. And thank you guys for being here today.
Thank you for having me as one of your guests, and I'm excited to discuss a topic that affects so many young people today.
Thank you, Azad. Thank you for having me. I'm looking forward to sharing perspectives on workplace realities that many of us encounter, but don't always talk about openly.
So let's start with personal branding first. Sinwei, when people hear the term about personal branding, they often think about influencers or content creators. But is personal branding something that only applies to social media celebrities?
Not at all. Personal branding is simply how people perceive you professionally and personally. Whether you are a student, intern, freelancer, um, or employee, people impressions about you based on your behavior, communication, and online presence. For example, what recruiters search for candidates online, they often look at LinkedIn profiles, portfolios, or even public social accounts. So, intentionally or unintentionally, everyone already has a personal brand. The question is whether we are actively managing it.
That's actually very interesting because many students think that they don't really need a personal branding until they graduate and work.
Exactly. In reality, personal branding can start very early. It could be sharing projects you've worked on and participating in volunteer activities and posting professional achievements and discussing topic you are passionate about it. These activities help others understand your skills and interests.
But here's something many young people struggle with. Sometimes when people share achievements online, others might say they're bragging or sharing too much. How do we balance self promotions without appearing arrogant?
Oh, that's a good question. I think the key is authenticity. Instead of saying, "Look how amazing I am," you can share, "Here's what I learned from this experience." People generally respond more positively when content focuses on learning, growth, and value rather than seeking validation.
Now, let's shift gears. We often hear about toxic workplace online. Wimia, what exactly makes a workplace toxic?
A toxic workplace is an environment where unhealthy behaviors become normal. Examples include workplace bullying, poor communication, excessive workloads, lack of respect for boundaries. Not every difficult workplace is toxic, but when harmful patterns continue over time, they can affect employee well-being and performance.
Many young employees enter their first job expecting a very positive environment and then experience a really shock. Why does this actually happen?
Because social media often highlights success stories but rarely shows the challenges behind them. People post promotions and achievements. They don't always post blowout, difficult managers, workplace conflicts, and mental exhaustions. As a result, young professionals may feel alone when they face the issue.
That's actually very true because sometimes people think that they're the only ones struggling.
In reality, workplace challenges are common. The important thing is learning how to identify unhealthy situations earlier and respond appropriately.
What are some warning signs that someone may be working in a toxic environment?
Some common signs include feeling anxious before work every day and fear of speaking up and unrealistic expectations, lack of work-life balance. If these issues become persistent, they shouldn't be ignored.
So, did you mean that if half the staff resigns every few months, that's probably a coincidence, right?
Most like note that that's usually a sign of deeper organizational problems.
Now, let's combine both topics. Suppose someone is working in a toxic environment. Should they talk about it online? Sinwei, what do you think about this?
Oh, this is where things become complicated. On one hand, people should be able to share their experience. On the other hand, public posts can affect professional relationships and future opportunities. I usually encourage people to think carefully before posting. Ask yourself, what is my goal? Am I seeking solution or simply venting? Could this post create unintended consequences?
So maybe just don't post 20 slide Instagram story at 2 a.m. And immediately after a disagreement with your manager.
The best posts are rarely written when emotions are at their highest.
I agree. It's important to protect your mental health, but it's also important to maintain professionalism. Sometimes discussing concerns with trusted colleagues, mentors, HR representatives, or career advisors can be more effective than public complaints.
That's a very important point because social media never really forgets.
Exactly. Personal branding is built over time, but one impulsive post can significantly influence how people perceive it.
Those are actually a very excellent insights. Today's discussions reminds us that navigating modern careers isn't just about getting a job. It's about building a healthy relationships between our online identity, professional growth, and personal well-being. Personal branding can open doors, but authenticity matters. Workplaces may present challenges, but recognizing toxic environments and responding wisely is equally important. Thank you for my beautiful guests here, Sinwe and Wei Miao, for sharing your very valuable perspectives today. And thank you everyone for joining us on the Barely Professional, the talk show that talks about workplace dilemmas that nobody really talks about. I'm Azza and see you on the next episode. Bye!